Tag along if this is the first time you're putting together a territory plan, or you just want to see if your plan is strong enough to actually help you hit quota by the end of the year. See, if you're anything like me, you hate territory plans. I used to see it as a chore that my manager made me do at the beginning of the year, just so they have reassurance that I know what I'm doing and they can let me prospect. But that is until I lost half my pipeline from a single deal at the end of Q2, and I somehow needed to make up for it, so I hit my quota by the end of the year. And believe it or not, my territory plan was the reason I was able to get back up from the ground and not only hit, but overachieve by 132% that year. Now, let's see if the plan that you've already built is detailed enough to help you do the same. What you'll see here is useful resources I put together for prospecting into accounts and getting to that first meeting booked. You'll see guides on how to use this template. And this template really is built upon three main things. First of all, understanding your metrics, because even though you're doing mid-market or enterprise sales, you still need to keep in mind how much volume you need to do to hit quota. It will be less than if you're targeting SMB, but you'll have to do the math. Once you have that, you'll need to build your book of business that supports that activity volume. And if you need to prospect into more accounts because the number of accounts that have been assigned to you aren't enough, that's your responsibility to add enough accounts into your book of business that will help you reach that target number that you've been assigned. Once you have that book of business, you of course need to prioritize them. But how do you prioritize these accounts? Well, you can use my account plan template, and you'll have a sneak preview here. You'll first have to research them to see if the accounts that you're targeting are not only good for a land deal, but you'll be able to expand on them during the year, because those expansion deals are what are gonna really make the difference between barely hitting target and overachieving. Essentially, three whys and finding your best way in through account mapping. You'll find the tools that I personally use and recommend for mapping out accounts and getting them into your CRM, so you don't have to. So instead of doing admin, you can focus on conversations with the people within these accounts. And then when you have your best way in, you will just keep track of these, ideally in your CRM. But if you don't, then you can just as well do it in a simple table or an Excel sheet. That was part two. And this third one is the one I see people skipping the most, and that's asking help from your GTM team, because you can only do so much. But when it's mid-market and enterprise segment that you're working, you'll need help from the marketing team to organize business breakfasts with or executive dinners with stakeholders in your target group. Of course, you could do that yourself, but then you're going to miss your activity volume. So the more you move up market, the more you'll rely on help from the rest of the GTM team. You'll rely on marketing to help you with events on the ground. You'll rely on engineering and product to develop the features you need to make the upsells or keep customers happy or just win against the competition. You'll need help from your sales engineer or even product engineering to as part of your demos. You'll need help from customer success to identify upsell opportunities and let you know about it. So it's not enough to put together a plan. It's not enough to know what your metrics are and get the amount of volume out the door you need to build pipeline. At least half of your effort has to go into coordinating with the rest of the GTM team to help you hit quota. Now, what does this actually look like? Because this is a template so far. So if you're interested, you can grab this template, and I've even included a redacted version of territory plan that I actually use to, so you see what amount of detail goes into this, the metrics, how those metrics are calculated, and what is that what does that support look like, and how do you get alignment across the GTM team so you are supported to hit your quota. If you want this template, comment in this post and I'll send it over to you. Good luck this year.